Past a diving first baseman, Hernandez.
2 away, nobody on as that one misses outside from White.
Not a bad 0-2 pitch, but definitely want to see that a little closer to the plate. That 0-2 pitch just not believable enough to get a swing from McBrayer.
That one grounded towards Clark at second, and the easy throw is made for out number 3. As Piedmont ends the top half of the first with no runs, no hits, no errors, they leave nobody on base. White goes 3 up, 3 down, and we'll go to the bottom of the first to meet the TLU lineup. Please stay with us.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, second baseman number 7, Kelly Clark.
Just like JC talking to me is like this, and then when he gets to order food, he's like, oh.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. Bottom one as Kaylee Clark will lead things off for the TLU lineup, just as she did last game.
And she's going to be hitting against Carly Forrester, who is coming into today with an ERA of 3.6 with 2 wins, 0 losses.
That one misses outside, 2-0 to the freshman. That one way outside and snagged by the catcher, Henry. And it's 3-0.
Yeah, in last game, Clark went 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. So she's had herself a pretty good game today.
And that one misses ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to kick things off in the bottom of the first.
Yep, and I'm TLU offense right now. I'm going to go ahead and take it until I get a strike. Just because simply Forrester isn't really throwing anywhere near the plate right now. So I'm going to give myself a pitch or two and make her come right at me.
Forrester trying to settle in, but that one does find part of the zone, as meanwhile Clark steals second with ease and this time doesn't get hit by the ball. So 1-1 count, or 0-1 count that is, to Maddie Johnson. That one misses away. And now Clark will try to go over to third, and she is in there safely, showing off the wheels.
Easy. My coach Riddles wanted to do a big old fist bump there. I think he contained himself a little bit with excitement.
So Clark gets over to third, and now Maddie Johnson will try to drive her in. That one misses away. 2-1 now to the right fielder.
Yep, Johnson here just looking for a ball on the right side of the field or anything to the green. Will score Clark with ease.
That one low and away for ball 3. Only 1 strike thrown so far through the first handful of pitches, and I'll see a mound visit from one of the assistant coaches for Piedmont.
know, one of my biggest icks, wet clothes. So this right here is gonna piss me off. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'll literally make it so hard.
And we're back here at Ed Carusi Stadium. 3-1 count to Maddie Johnson, and she pops this one up into foul territory, and the play is made. Clark teasing with the left fielder, doesn't go home, so one out now with the runner still at third, and now Bailey Hudgens will stand in. First pitch to Hudgens is low for ball one.
You can see some little bit of movement there on that pitch. So not a bad pitch by Forrester, but definitely got to bring it up.
This one does find the zone. And the count evens up at 1 apiece. Clark still over there at third. No score here, bottom one in game two. That one misses upstairs. 2-1 to Hudgens.
Hudgens a really great hitter for the Bulldogs. She's coming in today hitting .357, and first game she didn't have any hits, but she definitely made some good contact there.
Also drew a walk, I think, in her last at bat as well to get on base back in game one. 3-1 count now with only one out. Pitcher Forrester is popped up again. Shallow center. Clark will test it. The throw to the plate is in time, and Piedmont doubles up TLU and gets out of the inning safely.
What a throw! Oh my goodness.
Clark tested it, and the center fielder made the throw in time.
Oh gosh, Hartley Nerva with a freaking cannon that she showed off. That's a great job because Clark is definitely a very fast hitter. So not letting the enemy for the Bulldogs.
We'll go top two, still scoreless. Please stay with us.
I literally wrote her name there, like how this is what I felt this about.
Leading off for the Lions, number 25, Madison Henry.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Carusi Stadium. Top two, and Amanda White gets back to work for the Bulldogs as number 25, Madison Henry, the senior righty from Madison, Georgia. Leading things off for the Lions. This one slowly rolled to Clark at second, and the underhand toss is in time for out number one.
Now batting for the Lions, number 9, Lindsay Partlow.
And now Lindsay Partlow, new batter, inserted into the lineup for the Lions.
She's a sophomore from Locust Grove, Georgia, and she will take that first pitch for a strike from White.
Amanda White breezed through the first inning, and this one is lined foul over the Piedmont dugout. That one, pretty good contact made there, but just well foul.
Yeah, and a tough pitch to hit too. That changeup from White just floated in there, and Partlow waited, did her best to wait, but not long enough.
As that fastball from White doesn't get a piece of the zone. And the count now at 1-2. Jammed there, foul. So White still in control of this at bat.
Yeah, jammed big time. Good pitch by White. We saw last game Strother jam these line hitters up a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if we went into this game with a similar plan.
And there is strike 3 swinging.
It's a great pitch from White. Rise ball just
Now
skipped right
batting
over
for the
out
Lions,
of
number 32,
Partlow, and
Kennedy Motella.
it's a great pitch right there, honestly, by White to get the second out of the inning.
Amanda White has put out the first 5 batters she's faced, and now next up to the plate's number 32, Kennedy Vitova. 1-0 count. Reagan Hillis playing up close over there at third. As that one gets a piece of the outside corner to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
White, she's fun to watch pitch. She's very, her face is very monotone. She doesn't show any emotion. And she's a great pitcher too. She throws lots of speed. She overpowers a lot of batters. A good curveball and rise ball. And throws her changeup a little more than Strother does, so gives these hitters a bunch of different looks.
1-2 count. This one grounded over to Liao at short, and the throw is in time for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Amanda White. As we'll go bottom 2, still scoreless. Please stay with us.
A what? Yeah, you can have mine. Where did Bryce save his chargers? Yeah. There she is. You can watch my phone. Have you ever played a Thunderstruck drinking game? No.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, designated player number 40, Serena Gonzalez.
You get in the circle, east and lead us off. You get in the circle. When it says Thunderstruck for time, first person. And they have to drink until it gets set in a nice piece of history. So really you get screwed if you have to drink through the whole first verse. Yeah.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Crucy Stadium. Bottom of the second inning, Laura Hernandez, actually that's Serena Gonzalez leading things off for TLU. Hernandez on deck.
And Gonzalez working in a, oh yes, oh.
And that one gets over the shortstop's head and will roll all the way to the wall.
Go Serena, go!
And that is a standing double for Serena Gonzalez to lead things off for TLU in the top of the second. Or bottom of the second, rather.
I got worried she wasn't going to make it there for a second. But she turned on her jets and
Now
she got
batting for the
going.
Bulldogs, first baseman number 14, Laura Hernandez.
So now Hernandez will step in for her first at-bat of the ball game with a runner in scoring position.
And Hernandez, lots of power, but we are seeing the wind starting to blow in harder. So just looking for a ball pretty much just like Gonzalez just hit. Hard, line drive, even a hard grounder, but keep the ball out of the air.
And Hernandez swings through that one. Good pitch from Forrester, and it's 1-1. Another swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 now to the first baseman.
Honestly, it almost looks like these last two pitches from Forrester they look like drop balls. It might just be natural downspin, and so you're just seeing Hernandez swing over the top of it. But those, I mean, Forrester's showing some good movement, and that's hard to hit there.
Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hernandez, trying to score Gonzalez from second. And this one, line to left, right out the left fielder. Like you said, that wind just kind of keeps the ball in the air. And what normally might have been a ball that could have gone yard will stay in the park, and it's 1 out now with number 32, Chloe Wells, stepping in. 5'4" freshman from Dayton, Texas. And she looks at strike 1.
Yep, and that might have been a good pitch to hit there, so definitely got to be looking at first pitch strike. I know she hasn't thrown a lot, but still any good pitch you get from her, you want to jump on it.
That one misses away.
Yeah, change-up missing away. Kind of looks, by the way she finished, looks like it's a flip change. And you don't see a lot of college pitchers throw that. It's a tough pitch to throw.
This one foul tipped right against the screen behind the plate. 1-2 count to Wells, who gets the start here in game 2 after not making an appearance in game 1, batting .400 in the 5 games she's played this year. That one misses outside again. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the catcher.
Good block, though, by number 25, Madison Henry. She did a great job moving her body over to prevent any pass ball there. Keep the runner at second.
2-2 count with 1 away, and that one misses away again. So full count to Wells. Trying to give TLU their first lead of the ball game here, if she can. As this one is popped up in the middle of the infield, and the play made by the second baseman for out number 2.
Yeah, that's another unproductive out by the Bulldogs. You know, you have a leadoff double, you got to make sure that your at-bats are productive, whether that's moving the runner up, but doing something. You can't just lead off your leadoff double there, so not very good job by the Bulldogs.
So that sets things up for Kylie Jack, who made an appearance as a pinch hitter back in game 1. A 1 count to the power hitting center fielder. And that one way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now.
Henry, I'm loving her right now behind the plate. She's done a good job keeping those balls in front of her, not letting anything get behind her, showing good movement.
This one is popped up foul behind the stands. Serena Gonzalez still over there at second, had that leadoff double, but 2 outs since then has kept her right there. And a 1-2 count now for Kylie Jack.
That changeup misses a little bit outside for ball 2 now. So it counts even to Jack at 2-2. Just looking to drive the ball up the middle. See the second baseman playing in the grass, respecting power from Jack.
Biggest pitch of the game here early. That one's low, so full count now with 2 outs. Payoff pitch here. And Jack pops this one up into foul territory. Third baseman calls off Davis, the catcher, and that ends the inning. So the Bulldogs come up empty as they end the bottom of the second with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and the lead Gonzalez at second.
Yeah, not a good inning right there for the Bulldogs. You know, head coach Wade Wilson will be upset, but that'll bring us to the top of the 3rd inning, and we'll be right back.
Practically screaming. What is yours at?
Yeah, but mine's just, yeah. I was mine so high that it was like, you're good now, you just start going on.
Oh. No. You want a lemon chip? Or a lime chip?
They're the best.
Oh, that's not lime. I think they're spicy.
What? I think they're more sour than anything. They're gas, they're my favorite.
My spice tolerance is absolutely 0. So I can't handle anything spicy.
That's pretty bad. I've never heard anyone say that.
Leading off the Lions, number
Take my
10,
time, I get to
Hartley
figure it
the
out.
Rock.
You definitely got like acid on you. Yeah, I wouldn't call it spicy.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. 0-1 count to number 10, Hartley Nerva. Lead things off for the Lions. Still scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Amanda White so far pitching a perfect game. I don't want to jinx her this early, but 6 batters in and 6 putouts. Sydney's not very happy to hear that. This one's fouled away.
And Easton, I just want to know you did completely jinx her. And we'll probably see a hit this inning because of you. So, good work, Easton Allen.
1-2 count.
You see the Bulldog defense, too. We have Kaylee Clark standing right next to second, and her, oh.
This one given a ride out the left field, and it stays in the ballpark, so the jinx did not happen just yet. So, 1 away, Amanda White.
Now batting for the Lions, number 4.
Great job by Bailey Hudgens. That's going back on the ball can be really hard sometimes, and she did a good job of going back on that, keeping herself calm, and she even stuck her arm out a little bit for the fence, but she had plenty of room and was able to make that catch.
Now number 14, Macy Allen, the senior, stands into the batter's box and looks at strike 1. The 0-1 from White, a bit too high, even they count at 1 apiece. This one fouled away. Nobody on here with 1 out. The top of the 3rd, still scoreless here in game 2 between top 25 ranked Piedmont at number 25, TLU, of course, ranked number 4 in the country. And the Bulldogs took game 1. And that one, strike 3 looking as Amanda White continues to cruise here in the 3rd inning.
Yep, and good job by White, too. She started off, got at bat inside, so that got Allen to look a little inside, and then she froze her on an outside pitch, so good job by White there.
Now the 9-hole hitter up is number 24, Hannah Smith, 5'5" junior from Buford, Georgia.
Yep, and Smith is a slapper. She showed bunt that first pitch, but pulled back for ball 1.
And that one she swings through for strike 1, so evens the count up. White looking to go perfect through the first time going through the order. Check swing, and they say she goes around. And I think Smith thought that was strike 3. Could be a sign for what's to come in the next pitch, as it's 0-2 now. Or 1-2, excuse me. The 1-2 to Smith That one just misses outside. 2-2.
Good pitch, though, by White. Screwball just barely missed on the outside part of the plate, but a really good look there. Had Smith thinking about it.
This one fouled away, and the right fielder staying alive right now.
Yep, and Smith is coming into today hitting 125. She's only had 8 at-bats so far.
This one, once again, lined into that Piedmont dugout. I don't think anyone fell that time.
Nope, no one fell, but someone definitely got popped.
2-2 count, 2 away.
Yep, umpire's just going to check and make sure that there's no scuffs on the ball. Make sure it's still clean and good to use.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch from White. That one a bit high. So full count now as Piedmont trying to get the first base runner.
Yep, and this pitch right here will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. So Smith doing a good job of making White throw a lot of pitches.
And that one just misses outside. Ball 4.
Yeah, really good spot, though. I think the Bulldog defense really wanted that one, but
Now back to the Lions.
that'll bring up number 2, Caitlin Isley. And she's hoping to get a 2-out hit to extend this inning for the Lions.
I just had a tough time today. Like you mentioned, only 1 strikeout coming into today, but had 2 last game and took a strikeout in her last at-bat, and now she'll ground out to end the inning. As Piedmont ends this one with no runs, no hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on base. We'll go bottom 3, still scoreless. Please stay with us.
Still has the no-hitter going.
Stop! You're not allowed to
Is that
say
like
no.
completely frowned upon?
Yes.
Like completely?
Yes. Oh my God.
Hey, the jinx is gone if she does it though.
You better pray right now.
What can I do to fix it?
Pray. That's what you can do to fix it. Pray.
We're gonna win anyways.
Never, ever, ever, ever mention it. If it's a perfect game, you don't say anything. If it's a no hair, you don't say anything. You just give each other the look. You go. And at that moment, everyone knows. But you, oh my God. I punch you.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 8,
Funny story,
Ray
you could do it without it
Hillis.
because you didn't have your headset on when I said it.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. And Reagan Hillis's bunt was a good one at first, but thrown out at the last second.
Yeah, really close play there. Hillis just has lots of speed, so we've seen her bunt a couple times today, try and get herself on base. That'll bring up number 77, Lindsay Liao, who will also show bunt. But as I've said probably 100 times, she didn't get her barrel out in front of the plate enough, so that ball just dribbled foul. But Liao, too, lots of speed, just trying to put the ball down on the ground, let her legs do all the work. And we'll see the Lions, they have their slapper defense up.
Do you think there's a point where maybe Coach Wilson wants her to try to just swing the bat, or do you just keep the same strategy with the defense playing this close?
Well, it's not really much of his call. It's something that Liao has to recognize, and she herself has to think, okay, what can I do? And so that play right there, the umpire's coming out to say that Liao stepped out of the box. So the rule got changed within the last 2 years, where if you step out of the box with less than 2 strikes, it counts as a strike. But if you have 2 strikes on you and you step out, it'll be the third strike for that at bat, which will lead to a strikeout. So definitely something you have to be conscious about and make sure that you're watching where your feet are.
2-2. Leal will swing here, and that'll be popped up foul by the Piedmont dugout. 2-2 for Leal still.
See, now that their defense is kind of changed, I almost feel like with where the third baseman and the shortstop are playing, I'm just trying to hit the ball up the middle. There's a big gap up the middle, so just drive something through there.
This one lined and gets into the Lion dugout.
Yeah, they've had a lot of action over there today.
They've been busy. 2-2 count still. Leal battling with Forrester.
Honestly, these outfielders for the Lions, they're pretty shallow too, so I'd love to see Leal drive one in the gap.
She'll ground this one hard towards third, and Leal is going to reach, plus the errant throw, so now she'll head on over to second and slide in safely.
Yeah, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman. Unfortunately for Leal, she hit the ball hard, but third baseman, Isley, she's got to make that play. She's got to do it cleanly. But nonetheless, Kaylee Clark will step in, and now we got speed all over for the Bulldogs.
Back to the top of the order as well. So Clark back up, drew a walk her first time, and eventually made it all the way over to third. Or she was thrown out, trying to tag up from third back in the first inning, I believe.
Yeah, and center fielder Nerva for the Lions just completely showed off her cannon. That for sure pumped me up.
2-0 count to Clark as she looks at another ball that goes high. Just waiting for a pitch.
These infielders for the Lions, they're in tight.
That one does find the zone. 2-1 to the freshman Clark. This one grounded towards short. That'll hold Leal at second.
Nice job.
Meanwhile, Kaylee Clark beats out the throw.
And that's a great hit right there by Clark. A nice little soft slap that made the shortstop have to come up on it. And Clark, with just so much speed, she's able to beat it out with ease. So runners now at first and second for right fielder Maddie Johnson.
Still only just one out as Johnson lines this one, and it gets through the gap. And every runner advances cleanly. Maddie Johnson with a nice base hit as the bases are now loaded for number 12, Bailey Hudgens.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, left fielder number 12, Bailey Hudgens.
Full count, or excuse me, bases loaded for Hudgens as she looks at strike one.
Forrester, we've seen her settle down a bit. She started the game off throwing a lot of balls, and now she's been attacking these hitters a little more.
This one low. 1-1 to Hudgens. Coach Wilson now will call time and will bring over his girls to talk things over. All right, we're back, And Bailey Hudgens steps back into the batter's box. Bases loaded. 1-1 count to Hudgens. As she launches one right at the center fielder. Liao will tag. The throw is a pretty good one, but not in time. It was just a little bit off the mark, but that was another really solid throw out from center from Nerva.
They were going to go ahead and call obstruction, though, on the catcher, as she had to come up the line to catch that ball. And it's such a tricky thing, honestly, because, you know, she has to go try and catch it, but unfortunately when she does, she gets in the runner's way. So it's a tricky situation, and I personally think it's complicated, but...
So Serena Gonzalez now pop this one up, and that'll end the inning, but not before TLU gets their first run of the ball game on the sac fly from Bailey Hudgens. Liao scored, and now that'll end the inning with Gonzalez flying out. New score, TLU leads 1-0. We'll go to the top of the fourth. Please stay with us.
I wanted to see that happen so much. How do you still know the same, keep the same sign to it? It's like a super special situation.
No, it's
And how often do you think that happens? Not a lot.
I think he would have done it in this game because they haven't scored yet. And I'm pretty sure it's top. No, it's the newest thing. And then he tells the dugout. It's really funny, man. Some coaches make it mad. I'm disappointed they didn't do the 3-ball wall. And then the umpire will eventually call the batter back to hit, but it'll just use a stolen base for a bonus.
Leading off for the Lions, number 31, Kara Taylor.
Welcome back to Mort Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. 1-0 lead for TLU as Amanda White pitching with the lead as that one, I think, got the home plate umpire.
Yep. Ouch. Yeah, that's definitely not a pleasant feeling. I think it got her right in the shoulder, too.
Might have bounced off either the bat
Yeah, it bounced off the
of
bat.
Taylor.
Well, I can tell you she'll get a strike called on her.
Try to walk it off. Especially with that pitch coming from Amanda White. That thing was coming in hot. And she'll tough it out. Little round of applause from the TLU crowd. So 0-1 count to Taylor, who grounded out her last time up. That one low for ball one.
Yeah, good pitch there by White. Little change up, just misses low, but a really good spot. I liked it.
Here comes the 1-1. Grounded softly to Clark at second. And another routine play made in the infield by the TLU defense. And there is out number one of the inning. And now number 12, Emma McBrayer, the designated player for this game after she pitched in game one. And this one grounded right back to White. And the easy throw on over to Hernandez at first is good for out number two.
And that's what we like to call a PFP right there, Easton. It's a pitcher's fielding practice. Always makes us excited when we see a pitcher field her position successfully. And I'd say Amanda White is probably the best pitcher for the Bulldogs to do it.
And it happens yet again, right back to White. She gets some more practice in, and that ends the inning for TLU as Amanda White goes 1-2-3, and the Bulldogs still lead by one. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bulldogs still leading. Please stay with us.
I don't think I said perfect. I think I just said, did I say no hitter or perfect?
I think you said
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. TLU leading still 1-0 here in Game 2 against Piedmont. And leading off for Texas Lutheran is number 14, Laura Hernandez. And she takes there to make it 1-1.
Yep, changeup, flip changeup just came out too early from Forster's hand, rolled in the dirt. But Hernandez looking to get on base this at bat here.
This one, lined foul. Speaking of lineouts, Hernandez lined out to left field her first time up, back in the second.
Yep, Hernandez looking for her first hit of the day today. And also looking to lead things off for the Bulldogs and extend their lead.
This one, trying to wait on that changeup, it looked like, but fouled it off.
Yeah, and I think another reason why a lot of pitchers don't throw flip change is because it's so obvious when it comes out of your hand, because you see the back of your hand instead of the ball, so it's a little more obvious for a pitcher to see, or for a hitter to see, excuse me.
So that one goes low, 2-2 count to Hernandez. Working the count here against Forster. And this one popped up in the air and foul behind home plate off the screen. Two count to Hernandez. Base is empty here, leading things off. In the bottom of the fourth, that's Hernandez launches this one, but it's going to trip foul. And that one might have been gone if it had stayed fair.
She completely turned on that one. It's a good ball there. But it looks like the wind's almost coming crosswind now, moving from the center to left. So wind just pushing that ball out of play. But I think I'd come in here with a changeup.
Hernandez just grounds that one foul, so she stays alive. Still a 2-2 count for the first baseman. Again, looking for her first hit of the day, like you mentioned.
Yep, and this is going to be pitch number 9 right now in this at-bat. So Hernandez making Forster throw a lot of pitches.
This one grounded again, foul, so continuing to battle. She could still take one more ball as well. Forster, for the most part, has been solid in Game 2. Only one run allowed so far, and even then it was a sac fly. This one lined into left field. That'll get down for Hernandez's first hit of the day, and Coach Wilson will hold her up at first. So a leadoff single for Laura Hernandez.
Yep, good ball right there too. Perfect line drive, just able to land itself in front of the left fielder. And that'll bring up number 32, Chloe Wells, who flew out her last at-bat.
Runner on first, nobody out. Wells shows bunt. That one pops up and right into the catcher's glove. Davis behind the plate. And there's a quick out number 1 for the Lions.
Yep, and definitely not something you want to do on a sac bunt. You want to make sure your barrel gets on top of the ball no matter what. So unfortunately an unproductive out there for the Bulldogs as Kylie Jack steps in.
Hernandez still at first, and Jack swings at the first pitch she sees for strike number 1 as she fouls it away. A 1 count to Jack. Playing in center this game as this one's fouled off again.
So she's quickly behind with a 0-2 count. Looking to get herself on base, advance Hernandez over to second.
This one, wow, over the head of everybody. And Laura Hernandez is going to get on over to second base.
Yep. Over the head of everybody. Good call, Easton.
Do you think a pitch like that just slips out of a pitcher's hands?
Oh,
or-
100%.
okay.
And it's something you know as soon as you throw it, too. And, yeah. Coach Wade Wilson is going to go ahead and get a pinch runner in for Hernandez to give his team a better chance to score on a ground ball to the outfield. And I believe that's number 3, Harley Russell, freshman.
So Russell now at second in the form of Hernandez. Now Kylie Jack will step back into the batter's box, looking at a 1-2 count. This one lifted towards left in foul territory and ranging over to make the play. Out in left field is Kennedy Vitava. And now Reagan Hillis will come into the batter's box with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, and that last play by Vitava, that's a hard play to make because any ball hit by a left-handed hitter going into left field is going to have this spin that just tails away from you. So good job by Vitava on keep going and tracking that ball down.
And once again, that was probably the wind pushing it over there as well.
Yeah, so a double combination right there.
So 1-0 count to Hillis and a big swing and a miss there for strike 1. This one, decent pitch there with the location just a bit off.
Good take, though, by Hillis. It's a really good take, and she'll work the count now to 2-1.
Grounded out her first time, back to the pitcher. And she looks at ball 3.
So the throw down to second base almost got Harley Russell, but good thing she has some speed. I think if it was me, I probably would have been thrown out.
3-1 count. And that one fouled off by Hillis, so all full at 3-2. And Russell's still standing over there at second base with 2 away. Big spot right here for TLU to try to extend the lead if they can, or Piedmont could get out of the inning. Payoff pitch is fouled away. And we'll try it again.
So good opportunity here for Hillis to get a 2-out RBI or even just a 2-out base hit.
And she'll ground that one through. And Coach Wilson will send home Russell. And it is now a 2-0 TLU advantage as the Bulldogs score once again.
Yep, and that's going to go down as a base hit, too, as the shortstop, Macy Allen, had to dive, and that ball just barely out of reach. And that'll bring up number 77, Lindsay Liao.
She reached on an error her first time and then later scored. As there goes Hillis, and she is in there cleanly for a stolen base. Now Liao has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Oh, come on. Beautiful bunt.
And she is in there safely. Liao finally gets a good one down, and now runners in the corners. We're still 2 out.
That was gorgeous. And finally, Liao's getting a good bunt down. That's got to feel good after being unsuccessful previously these last 2 games. So that's a great job by her. That'll bring up the leadoff batter, Kaylee Clark. We're going to see a first and third opportunity for both the offense and the defense, so we'll see what kind of plays are drawn up.
Clark showing bunt, and Liao will easily take second
completely uncontested too, so.
So Bulldogs take advantage of the opportunity there, and now both runners in scoring position for Clark, who is 1 for 1 on the day with a infield hit and then also drew a walker first time.
Clark with an opportunity to get an RBI here with 2 outs.
And a big swing and a miss there. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove, and it's 1-1. This one misses away. 2-1 to count to Clark. We out at second and Hillis at third. This one will land foul cleanly as Batava nearly got over there again.
Yeah, barely out of the reach there. Kind of curious to see what it would have looked like if she laid out for it, but that ball just trailing away from her. But sometimes when it's in foul territory, 2 outs, why not give it a shot?
This one grounded right to the third baseman, and Clark unable to beat out the throw, and that ends the inning. So TLU ends the bottom of the 4th with 1 more run added to their total on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We will go to the top of the 5th inning. New score, the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Please stay with us.
Leading off for the Lions, number 9, Lindsay Partlow.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field at Ed Carusi Stadium. TLU leads 2-0, top of the 5th. Amanda White goes back to work as she's facing number 9, Lindsay Partlow, 5'4" sophomore from Locust Grove, Georgia. This one fouled off towards opposite field. And a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from White. This one chopped towards Hillis, who cuts it off at third. And the low throw is corralled by Laura Hernandez. And there's out number 1.
Good job by Hillis coming across the field to make that play there.
And now number 3, Kennedy Batava, back up. Grounded out to short last time in a play that ended the 2nd inning. There's that pitch from White, goes outside. Reagan Hillis playing way up the line there, over there at third. And that one gets a piece of the outside corner by White, so 1-1. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch from White. Tova down in the count, 1-2, with nobody on. Fouled away, and we'll stay right here.
I think it's sitting here looking at stats, it's pretty interesting to see that coming into today, the Lions had 32 runs batted in 10 games, so they're averaging about 3.2 runs a game, and these Bulldogs have kept them at 0 the last game in like 3 quarters.
And Hillis, once again, makes that play before the ball rolls to Liao for out number 2.
So these Bulldog pitchers just being super dominant and just keeping a good offense like Piedmont came in today hitting 320. They've kept them off the board.
This one, blooper, is foul. As number 10, Hartley Nerva, is back up. This one given a ride into right center, and coming over to make the play, Maddie Johnson ends the inning, and the Bulldogs get out of there safely. Another 1-2-3 inning for Amanda White as she continues to dominate here in game 2. We will go to the bottom of the 5th. The Bulldogs still leading 2-0. Please stay with us.
Like, seriously, did you pray like I tell you to? Well, you better.
Got it.
Because guess who I'm going up to and telling them about your jinx? This goes back. Oh, no. No, it's a rule. It is a rule.
I never specified though. All I said, what did I say?
You
Quote
said,
me exactly what I said.
you literally said a perfect game so far.
Did I say that?
Jinx. You said that, didn't you?
I didn't say jinx.
Yeah, look at that. My girl. On my side. I swear.
I knew exactly. When that ball, honestly, the last hit too was low key. Like if the wind didn't stop it, that thing was going to the gap.
My heart stopped. I said, oh God, you
I'm just glad she's doing a good job. She's pitching great.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, right fielder
That's all I
number
have to say.
4, Maddie Johnson.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. Bottom 5, and Maddie Johnson, who just ended the last inning for Piedmont, now will come up to bat. It's Johnson 1 for 2 here in game 2. Singled her last time.
And funny, the Lions started off with their slap defense with the second baseman up, and after Maddie Johnson took a big daddy hack at that first one, they decided to scooch back. Probably a good idea there, as she'll take ball 2 now.
2 balls, 1 strike to Johnson. Leading things off for TLU in the 5th.
Oh,
And
nice.
this one is laced down the third base line, and it stays fair. Maddie Johnson hustles in for 2, and she is in there safely. A leadoff double from Maddie Johnson.
And just so much speed, too. Like, that ball didn't get by the left fielder whatsoever. It made her move towards the line, but Johnson able to take 2 bases on that. So that's a leadoff double for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up Bailey Hudgens, 0 for 2 in this game so far, but she's put some good balls off.
Now Hudgens showing bunt. It's a good one, as that's going to advance Maddie Johnson to third. And a good sack bunt there from the left fielder.
Yes, beautiful, great execution. Kept her barrel above the ball. Just all around a really great play there.
And that sets the table now for number 40, Serena Gonzalez, who's 1 for 2 in this game. Doubled her first time and then flew out last time.
Yeah, I think Gonzalez is just seeing the ball really well. I feel like to her it just looks like a beach ball, and she's just,
There's no way you can miss it.
nope, she's finding good pitches to swing at. She's taking advantage of it.
First pitch of the AB is looked at for ball 1. as Forrester is still going strong here in the 5th. Maddie Johnson at 3rd, looking to come home. As Gonzalez looks at that pitch, and the count is now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah. A good take, though. That ball on the outside part of the plate. Not really Gonzalez's like forte, if you want to say. Not something she's really crazy about hitting.
This one chopped in front of the plate, foul. So 1-2 now as Forrester takes command of this at bat. Try to keep the lead where it is and hopefully give her offense a chance to come back in this one. Here comes the 1-2. This one flown out to shallow right center, and the play is made. Maddie Johnson's going to tag. They'll test the arm, and that one is not in time. Johnson is in at home plate safely. The second sac fly RBI we've had this game, and the Bulldogs now lead 3-0.
Yeah. And Gonzalez, really not a bad hit with that, just a little too far under it, but I think if she barreled it up a little better, lined it out, could have been a really great hit.
So the base is now empty with 2 away for Laura Hernandez, who singled and later scored last time. The 1-2 is grounded hard. And once again, the coaches of Piedmont struggling to avoid the ball coming in hot over there.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think I'd even want to be near the front of the dugout if I were them. I'd probably sit in the back.
1-1 count to Hernandez.
Although I think it might be 0-2 and our scoreboard's wrong. Not entirely sure, though.
Regardless, this one's popped up. Who's going to claim it? The third baseman will. Isley for out number 3 of the inning. But TLU adds 1 more run thanks to the sac fly, and they now lead 3-0 going to the top of the 6th. Please stay with us.
There they go. Running again. All right.
Pinch hitting for the Lions, 0-0, Kelson Lundell.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucey Stadium. Amanda White still going strong here in the top of the 6th as she faces a pinch hitter for the Lions. And it looks like, try to get a number as soon as we can. It's number 00, Kelson Lundell, the freshman lefty from Marietta, Georgia. Went to Lee County High School. And right now down in the count 0-2 to Amanda White.
Ooh, good 0-2 pitch right there. Just a bit off the plate, but it's a really good spot. It's what you want to see from your pitcher right there when she's ahead in the count.
Now the 1-2 from White, and that one a bit outside again. 2-2 as Lundell looking to battle back in this at-bat. This one fouled hard off the screen. Staying alive here.
think me and pitching coach James Fuqua had the same idea there about going inside on that last pitch. You can see Lundell with her foot on the line.
And that one, strike 3, swinging. Amanda White with another one. And that'll give TLU their first out of the inning. And now number 24, Hannah Smith, back up, the junior for Piedmont.
Yep, and she walked her last at bat. She's been the only base runner for the Lions so far this game.
0-1 with one away. Base is empty for the 9-hole hitter. This one's fouled away again. So 0-2 count to Smith.
White's just done a great job. You know, looking at my chart, one of the first 2 pitches that she's thrown every at bat has been a strike, with a lot of those first 2 pitches being strikes, and that's definitely something you want to see from your pitcher. She's doing a great job as that ball just misses a little too far outside. Screwball just got away from her a little bit.
1-2, slap down the third base line, and the throw is in time. Nicely done by Reagan Hillis for out number 2. And now number 2, Kaylin Isley back up with 2 away and nobody on here in the top of the 6th.
She's 1 for 5 so far today with a double, and she will take that first pitch for a strike.
That one from White a bit low and inside. Count goes to 1-1. Wind has died down a little bit. Now it's kind of coming in from center field. As that pitch from White drifts away. And now behind in the count for one of the few times today, it's 2-1. That one misses inside. 3-1 count now as Isley in control of this at-bat.
Yep, and a good hitter's count too. Looking for a good pitch to hit. She knows White doesn't want to walk her.
The 3-1 is grounded right to Lee out short. The throw is in time for out number 3. And we will now go to the bottom of the 6th inning where TLU will look to add a few more insurance runs before turning things over to Amanda White in the top of the 7th. Bulldogs still lead 3-0. Please stay with us.
Am I allowed to say, can I say only 3 outs left? Like, I almost want to say there's only 4 outs left for White, but I don't know if that would count as.
No, as long as the words no well, game come out of your mouth, you're fine. Or even it might be even a little too sketch if you say the Lions have no hits. So that's
Anything with no and hit in the same sentence.
don't let them say.
Got it.
I mean seriously, when I tell them
What about the last at bat next inning?
you can't
There's 2 outs left, and there's like 0-2 count. I can't say it.
no.
Now pitching
Because
to
you
the
know what's
line,
gonna happen.
number 34,
She's gonna get
Riley
hit.
Cole.
And that's when I'll boom.
What if we just drop 8 runs right here? 10. We'll never know.
No.
It still counts as a hitter. Oh my god. That's wood, right?
I don't think so.
Wood? Need to confirm. Is this wood?
Can you do this?
This is wood, right?
I don't know if it's like real wood though.
Counts.
Yeah, just
Leading off for the Bulldogs, catcher number 21, Bella Rodriguez.
not even in there. I would say Memphis, but Memphis just get it on with Dixie.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. Bottom of the 6th inning.
Yep, and we're going to see a pinch hitter, number 21, Bella Rodriguez, in for Chloe Wells.
Bulldogs looking to add some insurance runs as they're already leading 3-0. Looking to pull off the sweep here today against Piedmont. One count to Rodriguez. That one finds his own 1-2.
Yeah, good pitch there. You can tell that screwball there just moved inside to Rodriguez. Great movement there. Really good pitch. I'd be curious to see what would happen if she threw it again.
And that's a new pitcher, by the way. That's 34, Riley Ford, who has just come in here in what could be the final frame of this one for the TLU offense. As it's still a 1-2 count to the catcher, Rodriguez. And that one runs inside, and that got her. Hit by pitch as Rodriguez will walk on over to first.
Yeah, Ford with a great screwball. There's a lot of movement to it, but unfortunately, like, that one just started a little too far on the inside part of the plate, and then it ended up breaking into Rodriguez to give her a free base. And next up, we have number 27, Kirsten Williams, who went in for Kylie Jack in center field. And she's going to show bunt.
I thought that was just random. I was like, why did you say that?
Rodriguez over there at first. 1-0 count to Williams. Showing bunt again.
Oh,
and lays down a good one. Won't beat it out, but Rodriguez moves over to second.
It's a beautiful sac bunt by Williams there, executed perfectly. Yeah, that's a great at-bat right there, a productive at-bat. And that'll bring up number 8, Reagan Hillis, who is 1 for 2 in the second game today. She had a single and a ground out.
Runner in scoring position for TLU, looking to add a few more insurance runs if they can. Already leading 3-0 in this one. A game that's been dominated by good pitching and some quality hitting throughout the game for the Bulldog bats. And a swing and a miss there from Hillis. Good pitch from Ford.
For sure, and she's doing a good job getting ahead of the batter Hillis here. Give herself a good count to work with.
And a nice pitch there. Looked like the changeup just dropped in over the heart of the plate, and Hillis strikes out looking.
Yeah, good pitch by Ford, and just overall good at bat for her right there. That'll bring up number 77, Lindsay Liao. And I'm thinking what we're going to have is a pinch runner. I'm thinking, nope. Looks like Liao's going to move back into the dugout, and we will see number 16 maybe?
Reagan Jones, perhaps?
Yeah. Number 16, Reagan Jones, in to hit for Lindsay Liao.
5'1" junior from Pearland, Texas. Like you said, the transfer from Lamar.
Yep, she's looking to score Rodriguez from second base and extend this inning, as well as the lead for the Bulldogs here.
Nice, that one's in there. Strike one from Ford. Just trying to get through this inning clean. Little check swing there, and that one, they say they got a piece of the zone from Ford, so the count at 0-2 to Reagan Jones.
Yeah, that's a really good screwball by Ford that just moves great, late movement. And it's a tough pitch to hit for left-handed hitters, so she's doing a good job, and we'll see if she can finish up this inning here.
That one misses high. So the count at 2-2 now. Two count. And now the count will go full. Another outside pitch missed there from Ford. Rodriguez still at second, looking to come home with 2 away in the inning. Payoff pitch from Ford. Grounded to second. And the easy play is made for out number 3. So the Bulldogs end that inning, leaving 1 runner on base, thanks to the hit by pitch early in the inning. But Ford gets out of it clean, and now we'll go top 7, where TLU will try to close things out, leading 3-0. Please stay with us.
Not allowed to say anything until it's done. So it's done.
Leading off for the Lions, number 31, Taylor.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Crucy Stadium. Amanda White trying to close things out in the top of the 7th with a 3-0 lead in her favor. That's leading off for Piedmont's number 34. Or 31, excuse me. Kara Taylor. First pitch from White is going to run inside and hit her. So that gives them a leadoff base runner, the second Lion to reach base this game. There's a walk back in the 3rd inning, and now a hit by pitch here. So good start for Piedmont to give them a leadoff base runner. Now a pinch runner will come in. It's going to be number 11, Hannah Calloway.
And we will also have a pinch hitter as well, Natalie Hansen.
So Hansen, the freshman, will step into the batter's box to try to provide a spark off the bench for Piedmont. They got their leadoff base runner, and now the tying run is on deck, perhaps, for the Lions. There's a good-looking pitch there from Amanda White in there for strike 1. And a swing and a miss there. And quickly down on the count, 0-2 is Hansen.
Yeah, good job by White giving up that leadoff hit by pitch, but going straight at Hansen here. Oh, yeah.
And how about that? 3-pitch strikeout as that froze Hansen, and there's out number 1.
How about that, Easton? How about that?
So now Madison Henry, the catcher, will stand in after the Amanda White strikeout. Runner on first, 1 away, top 7. TLU up 3-0. As a look from Rodriguez at the plate down at first.
Henry in the second game today going 0 for 2 with a couple ground outs.
This one, she pops up into foul territory. Laura Hernandez gets over there easily. And now 1 out away from closing this one out is TLU.
And we will see another pinch hitter. Number 9, Lindsay. Oh, just kidding, not a pinch hitter. I'm just out of order. Lindsay Partlow.
Partlow at the plate. Final chance for Piedmont with the runner at first. Amanda White 1 out away from closing this one out. And there's a good strike there laid in. Count out 1-1. That one a bit low. 2-1 the count to Partlow, who's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and strikeout. Here comes the 2-1 from Amanda White. This one flown out into foul territory. Laura Hernandez can't get over there. That was a tough play to make, as that one landed in between Maddie Johnson and Hernandez.
Yeah.
So staying alive is Partlow.
Hernandez really did a good job. I mean, she ran a far way for that ball. But I think I would have liked to see right fielder Maddie Johnson come in and make that play.
Yeah, because Hernandez knew he had to turn her head to make that play. This one lined foul, hard down that first base line.
Into the Bulldog dugout this time. We saw a lot of them do a nice little duck.
2-2 count, 2 away for Amanda White. Trying to go the distance here, just like Strother did last game. The 2-2, jam shot to Leal at short. The throw down to first is in time, and can I say it, Sydney?
Yes, you can finally say it.
Amanda White with a no-hitter to lead the Bulldogs to a 3-0 victory. I thought I jinxed her back in the first. I maybe jinxed the perfect game, but Amanda White throws a very impressive no-hitter through all 7 innings, and TLU sweeps Piedmont with this 3-0 victory here in Game 2, and the Bulldogs improve to 10-2 on the season, while Piedmont drops to 7-5 after today, and the Bulldogs take care of both games against a top 25 opponent.
And Easton, I just want to say you are so lucky. You might be the luckiest guy ever. And I think you do still need to go apologize to Amanda White, but that's okay. She made it through. Catch us back here, Easton. I don't know if you'll be here this weekend, but we have some games against the SCAC opener. Yes. So we will be seeing TLU play Shriner here at Mork Softball Field. And so we'll catch you here on Saturday.
That's going to do it from me and Sydney. Hope y'all enjoyed listening. The Bulldogs sweep